Hey guys, welcome back to another Rune guide, this time for Illaoi. So for me, Illaoi is carrying in my top lanes at the moment. I've just hit my MS7 token with her, and it is definitely this guide that's got me there. I've played her a lot recently. I've played her in a couple of ways since the runes have come out, and a couple of different guides. So for me, this is the ultimate guide. I can tell you that to go Resolve down the first line, try and make a tanky, does seem like a good option for some, but I'd say that's only really an option if you're going to do it as like full tank, no damage. But she doesn't have the engage for that kind of champion. She doesn't have like the Malphite ult. She doesn't have the Galio, the Ornn, or anything like that. So that full tank engage just isn't there for her. So for me, this is the route you need to go down. So I'll tell you my guide, and I will tell you the guide that is supposedly at the moment the highest win rate guide. But first of all, let's just deal with this. So for your first line, you will take Inspiration. This is the same as most guides, and Kleptomancy is the keystone you will always take, whatever the hell they're called anymore. There's no really option there. It's Kleptomancy and Kleptomancy only on Inspiration for me. So what this will do is once you cast an ability on a champion and then attack the champion, it will 1, give you gold, and 2, there is a possible chance of you getting an item. These items range from wards to healing items, mana items, bags of gold, and one item that allows you to upgrade an ability early. So these things allow you to sustain in lane, allow you to do extra damage in lane, and allow you to outscale your opponent really easily. This works so well on Illaoi, it's unbelievable. However, this is looking at getting nerfed recently, so we'll see how that goes down the line. What Riot have said is that the champions are over-abused Kleptomancy, like Ezreal and Illaoi at the moment. It will still be really good on them, but it'll be much better for those that it doesn't work too well on. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens, but for the moment this is the easy option. On your second one, you have 2 options. You can either take Biscuit Delivery, which I will tell you for me is the right option. That keeps you sustain, and if you don't need to use your biscuits, you can sell them. So that's that extra gold alongside the Kleptomancy, so you're going to be able to get your items a lot quicker doing this. Your other option is Perfect Timing. Perfect Timing would be good if you're building into an item relatively early that's going to use it, such as a GA or a Gargoyle Stoneplate. However, those items aren't early lane items, so it's something for Illaoi. It's probably going to be a 3rd item maybe. So that's going to be kind of a bit of a waste holding on to it for that long. Unfortunately, she doesn't have an ability, say, like Swain, where you could cast the stopwatch, still do damage. If you ult and cast the stopwatch, your ult's just going to stop working. You're not going to gain anything other than keeping yourself alive in one situation. So personally, you've got to go with the Biscuit. So next one down, coinciding with the money, you're going to take magical boots, magical footwear. This will mean that at 10 minutes you will get your boots for free. You will also upgrade for 50 gold less. So you're saving yourself 350 gold in the game, allowing you to buy your actual items a lot quicker, such as your Black Cleaver. This means that you can outpower your lane, outscale your lane, and you'll do a hell of a lot better with this. Your other options there, you could take Futures Market. However, this is really kind of if you want to get an extra item starting off with more than anything else. It doesn't tend to scale too well. It doesn't go into the late game too well. And Minion Dematerializer. I've not really seen it used that often, to be honest. I'd probably say because Illaoi's a big team fighter, she does a hell of a lot of damage with her ult in a big group, that this isn't going to do too much to help you out, whereas that's going to get you those items. So your last one on here has got to be Cosmic Insight. This will allow you to do give you 5 CDR, an extra max 5% CDR, 5% CDR on your Summoner's spell, and 5% on your items. So say down the line you'll may pick up a GA, so you get a 5% extra cooldown on there. You'll get a 5% extra cooldown on Asterix Gauge. So these are things that are really key to Illaoi at the moment. But personally, the reason I've chosen my second line of sorcery is because that cooldown from Transcendence allows you to really pull out the damage once you've cast your ult. Because you tend to ult and then use your W to slam down and get all the tentacles back down again. Usually in one ult, that won't cool back down again for you to get that off again, and you possibly going to take a lot of focus and die in that fight, or you're not going to be able to do anywhere near as much damage as you want to because that's going to be on cooldown. But with Transcendence, that cooldown allows you to cast 2, sometimes 3 times, and really like 3v1, 5v1, just with your ult and your W. So you've got to get that CDR. Cosmic Insight is a big part of that. Transcendence stacks on top of that. So my second run, as I've said, is Sorcery. So you gain an extra 13 AD. I will tell you to take Mana Flowblend because Illaoi is a massive mana user. This is mainly because of her curse. Her curse does a hell of a lot, and it uses a hell of a lot of mana, and you want that sustain in lane, so you're going to take the Mana Flowband. Some people may tell you to take Ultimate Hat to get your cooldown on your ultimate more, but when you've got Transcendence, you don't need that extra stacks. Some people will tell you to take Scorch and try and bully your opponent out of lane, but you're still going to have that mana issue. You're still going to have to recall instead of being able to sit there and farm up a bit more, push the lanes a bit more. So personally, it's the Mana Flow ban. There isn't another option. And here again, it has to be Transcendence. You need that CDR for me. If it wasn't for this rune, I don't think I'd be getting the amount of kills I am. I don't think I would have got the MS7 as easy as I did. I think this is really where it is for Illaoi. The options that the so-called highest win rate would tell you to take is Domination. That is because of sudden impact. So it tell you to take sudden impact because you will gain, after her W, you gain 10 lethality. So it's relatively decent early game, but that 10 lethality is only ever going to be 10 lethality. It's not like you're stacking on top of other lethality items, so it's only ever going to be there. For me, the cooldown is much more important than that 10 lethality. You do much more damage by being able to cast the ability again than the damage you would gain from having lethality. And the other one they will tell you to take is Ravenous Hunter and get the heal off your ability damage. That could allow the lethality to do that bit more, but what's the cooldown on that? It's got a 4-second cooldown. So you probably say, I think that would allow you to probably get the lethality off every W, maybe just before. But personally, I will tell you to stick with Sorcery. I'll tell you to take the CDR, take the mana, because here you're not going to have your sustain, and you're not going to be able to cast anywhere near as much, and she is easily, her damage comes from her abilities, her damage comes from her tentacles, and being able to use that W to focus her tentacles is what is going to get you that damage, and it's going to get you those kills, and it's going to get you to scale and carry the game as a top laner. And as a top laner, we all know that carrying the game is relatively difficult at the moment. You don't have a massive impact. You're either a fighter to try and solo carry, but then if you have a team fight comp, you're going to really goddamn struggle. Or you take the tank team fight comp, and no one else in your team is being able to get off that damage, and you try and settle plays, but without your team, you can't do anything in that situation. Whereas Illaoi can literally 1v5 with her ult and that W. So that is why you need that CDR. So guys, thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up. I'll see you again. Bye.